Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hustle Cat. And I gotta be honest, it's been a while since I played this because I had to record some other stuff, and I sadly kept putting this off just to get some other stuff, and it makes me sad but it's one of those games too that like I play for so long that it's like I have to have at least an hour to sit down and play. I can't just play like a little bit because like these parts are half-hour parts, and I have to record at least an hour, if not more. So I'm like, I always get wrapped up and I'm like, it's getting close to like 9 o'clock, and like, I don't want to be like, next thing I know it's 11 o'clock and I have to go to bed because I have to go to work. And then I can't get up in the morning because I can't get up in the morning anyway. But anyway, so it's been a while since I played this. Not obviously for you guys, but for me. But I'm like way ahead. So anyway, it occurs to me once we've started down the street, we're taking the long way home. Ugh, I hope we don't run into that creep from the other day. Maybe I'm overreacting. It's not like leather jacket wearing punks lurk around every corner. This neighborhood has changed so much since I was a kid. There used to be a huge quilting shop here, but now the building is gone. I barely even recognize the place. Did you grow up in the city? Born and raised. My parents met here and haven't budged an inch in something like 25 years. And they don't know that you're a fucking cat? Do they not? Hey, why don't you come over, Can't? Why don't you come visit me? So your parents only ever see you when you're at work, basically. I can't even imagine what that's like. I'm from such a little backwoods town. There's only one bus, and it goes approximately nowhere. That sounds so nice, though. It's nice to get away and get some quiet for once. It must have been lovely. I guess. I moved here for a reason. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit spoiled by city life. Yeah, there's nothing to offer in those little woodsy towns. There are some good things from the little woodsy towns, you know? Like you. My heart skips a beat. Is he flirting on purpose? Or just trying to kill me? That said, I'm glad you left it and came here, because otherwise we never would have met. He's trying to kill me. I open my mouth to respond with something equally charming and flirty, but something happens. Landry pauses, his tail bristling, and his pupils shrinking to tiny slits. Did you hear that? I didn't hear anything. You okay, dude? There it is again. We better get going, Avery. Why? What's wrong? Is something happening? Not something. Someone. Look, he's so cute when he's worried. He's got a cute little worried kitty face. I fucking love the little kitty avatars. They just... fluffy kitties. There are footsteps, distant but approaching. My heart pounds now for a much less pleasant reason. I knew we shouldn't have come this way. We've got to get out of here. Hurry, you go ahead, and I'll distract him. The footsteps get closer. Not running, but moving with purpose. I can't leave you here. You're just a cat. It's fine. Just go. He's after me, not you. I'm about to let him get stomped by some scary biker-looking guy who hates cats. I scoop Landry Cat up in my arms, zip him in my hoodie, and take off running as fast as I can. When was the last time I ran this hard? I can't remember. I feel Landry's claws digging into my chest. It hurts a little bit, but I'm not about to stop because of that. I hear muffled shouting somewhere between the sound of my heart in my ears. Is it Landry? Whoever's chasing us? Now isn't a good time to find out. I don't stop until I reach the apartment complex. Even then, I can't relax until we're inside. I slam the door and lock up behind me for the rest before the rest of my energy gives out. My lungs are on fire. I double over coughing as I try to catch my breath. Landry jumps out of my hoodie. He lands neatly on all four paws, looking up at me with as much worry as I've ever seen on a cat's face, which is probably a lot, considering I doubt you see worry on a cat's face very often. I'm so sorry, Avery. I really didn't mean to scare you that much. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. Deep breaths. Take deep breaths. It's okay. I'm so sorry. What was that? It's a long story, but it's okay now. I don't know about that. Is that an axe murderer? Are you being chased by the mafia? No, I'm sorry. It's not as big a deal as I made it sound, okay? Just someone I don't want to see. Oh, so I wonder, like, Finley had her, like, douchey, like, internet stalker, and then he's got someone, so I wonder if that's, like, obviously it's gonna be different in each path, like, so they're not gonna have, like, a creepy internet stalker unless they were the person who's on the internet, like, Finley was. But I was thinking about it the other day, like, I wonder if all of the stuff with Natch is gonna be exactly the same, so it's gonna be a lot we can skip through at the end, too, except for, like, when it's specific to Landry's magic or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that it might be the exact same, but instead of Finley doing her #blocked, it's Landry doing whatever he's doing. But it didn't occur to me that like there would be the same kind of drama. Like he'd have someone he doesn't want to see that's probably going to show up at the cafe, and we're going to be like, Adam, get out here, bitch, yo, and like trying to be all tough and macho for Landry, like we were for Finley. Like just wasn't even thinking about that. But anyway, even worse than those two things, an ex. It's going to be fine now, though. It's not like I'm being followed or something, so don't worry about it. You scared the crap out of me, though. I'm not going to just not worry about that. Wait, I'm not just going to not worry about it. I'm really sorry. Tell you what, if I give you a shoulder massage, will you forgive me? Like right now? As a cat? Because, like, sometimes Mochi makes biscuits on my back while I'm trying to sleep, and that's not really a great massage. Oh, no, I mean later, as a person, if that's okay. I'm sorry, but, like, sometimes if you just lay in your stomach and you have the cat that just, like, kind of walks and kneads on your back, that's a nice little kitty massage. You just gotta know how to do it. Yes, that sounds fine to me. Good, I give really good massages, I'm told. I almost forget all about that getting chased stuff, suddenly occupied by thinking about how strong Landry's hands must be. From all the manual labor he does. I'm gonna hold you to that. I don't forget promises. And speaking of, I believe I was promised pizza. Well, we ran here, so it's probably going to take a little while still. The place is around the corner, and they know me, so not that long, though. Are you on the first-name basis with your local Pizzaloid people? Well, the delivery guy does know my birthday. I better watch out before you run off with a pizza delivery person and leave us all. You jealous? Of course I would be. Look, now he's pissed! Look at his pissed face! It's so cute. Oh, I just want to boop his nose. Pissed off kitty, boop. Thump goes my heart. After all, we make such a great team on the floor. Oh, yeah, we do. Man, even though my intentions were noble in inviting him over to study, now I'm wondering if I should talk to him about other stuff, too. Like, is he flirting or what? I can't tell if he's messing with me or if he's that dense. That's the problem with boys. If only I could tell the me of a year ago that I'd move to the big city and have a will they won't they thing with a Maine Coon. I guess I shouldn't dwell on it, or I'm gonna make this real awkward for us. He's probably just here to humor me. So you want to start looking at the book now? I've got it right over there, on top of the pile of DVDs. I'm sorry if you heard me jump as I was speaking, but my bird is an asshole and likes to bite my toes. And I had my foot on my little footrest thing, and he's over there playing, and he just came over and just lightly touched my toe, but it scared the shit out of me because sometimes he just bites my feet very hard and it hurts. I was just the anxiety of knowing he was on there. I can't see because my computer is blocking the way. So yeah, so I was literally reading, and oh my god, I just jumped as I read. So it's awesome. Oh, you got any good movies here? Nah, it's all my aunt's movies. She likes rom-coms and heist movies, but there aren't really a lot of movies where you get both of those at once. Though there's Drifting Heart, the movie about the street racers who... Wait, no, we aren't here to watch movies, we're here to talk magic. You're right. I just got sidetracked. I don't really get to watch a lot of movies anymore, so I got curious. Why? Don't you know how to put a DVD in as a cat? Good lord. What a useless cat. This guy, he really almost had me that time. I need to stay on my toes to keep him from changing the subject. Pizza. Ugh, another delay. Just when we were finally about to get to it. I never thought I'd be so disappointed by a pizza delivery. I run to the door to retrieve it, shooing the delivery guy away before he notices the talking cat in my living room. Well, why wouldn't he just notice there was a cat in your living room? Be like, oh, you got another cat. Yeah, cat sitting. Landry should know better than to talk to someone. You know what I mean? All right, food's here, so no more delays. You eat, I read. And also eat. I dump the pizza on the coffee table and settle into my usual spot on the couch. I can see Mochi's gross, flat little nose going wild at the smell of cheese, but I shoo him away with my hand while I set a piece out for Landry. After an apologetic nod to Mochi, Landry eats the cheese off his pizza slice. I just think it's so funny that it's like she's like, no, you can't have it, but this cat can have it. And he didn't introduce Mochi to Landry, so Mochi's not like, the fuck is this shit up in my house, like he was with Finley. This isn't really much less gross than watching Mochi eat, but I shouldn't be rude. Hey, buddy. What's your name? Oh, that's Mochi. Don't let him eat any cheese. He gets the worst gas. Meh. I can't tell who's more disgusted, Mochi or Landry. Oh, noted. Also because people food is bad for cats and all that, but he's an unstoppable beast. Is he your aunt's cat? This is her place, right? Nah, he's mine, and I brought him with me. But how'd you know this is my aunt's place? You said it a few minutes ago, about her DVDs. Oh yeah, right. Wow, I'm such a space case. Spacey, that's me. Anyway, you also mentioned having to find a place to keep all her junk mail once a little while back. He remembers that stuff about me? I barely remember saying it. Wow, it's kind of goofy, but that makes me blush. Yeah, I've been using some of these fundraising postcards as bookmarks in the grimoire, actually. Here, I marked this page off for us to look at. You said you didn't think it was possible to read it, but let me show you a magic trick. With a big old flourish, I pull the decoder bookmark from the book and slap it down on the page. I see his little cat eyes go all wide when the words unscramble. And voila! Like a puzzle on the back of a cereal box. It's that simple. So you've really been reading it, huh? What's in the book? It's kind of like a basic dictionary or something, I think. It's got a lot of stuff, like finding your magic, common spells, common hexes. Let's see. Hexes? Did you read that section? Nah, I'm not the vengeful sort, so I'm not going to try to curse anybody anytime soon. I'm learning the cool tricks. Oh, I should show you the sculptures I've been making. They're getting a little better. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, not that you thought you'd be doing curses or hexes, but I don't know, I'm relieved. Though, is there a section about breaking them? Oh, you mean like for the cat curse? Nah, I thought the same thing and sort of skimmed it, but I didn't see anything like that. Oh, yeah, I guess that wouldn't be in there, huh? Oh, either. Either? Maybe we should look through that section anyway, you know? Just in case there's something you looked over. Not saying you're bad at finding things, of course. Yeah, okay. Want me to read it out loud while we eat? I used to get picked to read out loud in class all the time, because I got a good announcer voice. Read away. So I read the section about breaking hexes for him. More accurately, I try. Once he realizes the hex breakers aren't relevant to our situation, he starts looking around like he's searching for something better to do. And for the bad breath curse, you just... Do you want me to build a tree for Mochi? He looks like he could use some exercise. I could put it together at the cafe and you could carry it back. What? I mean, sure, but we can work that out later. You're right, huh? He's really awkward about, so what kind of hex would he want to break? He's been nervously laughing like that all night. I wish I could figure out a way to put him at ease, but he seems like he's really got his back against the wall with this whole magic thing. Maybe going into hexes right away was a bad idea? He seemed interested, but they are kind of complicated. Here, let's go back a bit. I'm going to start with the intro chapter, okay? Maybe we can do some exercises. Oh, okay, sure. So pay attention, okay? I don't want stuff to backfire or something. Sure, you got it. I clear my throat and recite the basics of crafting a simple trick. For emphasis, and to show a little, I use it to make the pizza box turn into a crocodile mouth. It blinks its cardboard eyes and yawns, then reverts to its normal state. See? Now, of course, I've been practicing a bit, but I think that shouldn't be too bad to start with. Give it a shot. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about getting that new ramp done by tomorrow. Graves said something about a new kitten with hypoplasia coming in, so... You weren't even looking? Yeah, I looked away for a second. I'm so sorry. Can you do it again? This is ridiculous. My temper spikes through the roof. I shouldn't blow up on him. I shouldn't. If you aren't going to take it seriously, why'd you even come over? You're being pretty rude right now. Why can't you just take me seriously? I'm trying to help you. Look, Avery, I'm sorry, but I really can't do this. And I can't let you do it either. I'm taking this seriously enough to know I shouldn't pretend with magic, and you probably shouldn't either. What? I think I know what I'm doing, thank you. I'm just trying to help you out, and you won't even respect me enough to listen to me. Landry takes a deep breath and pauses, like he's trying to control himself. His tail twitches wildly. I mean, if I were reading a book and pretending I was doing spells, and like I could see him being like, look, you probably shouldn't mess with this shit. But like, we're actually good at doing magic. We can make it work. So like, he's being a little shady on why he's concerned about it. Avery, you're playing with fire. You're gonna get burned, and then what am I gonna do? I've already had enough problems caused by magic and witches. I don't need any more. His voice is so controlled, level. I almost wish he'd just get angry instead of whatever this is. What do you mean, enough problems? I can't help you with something if you aren't ever going to tell me about it. Avery, I'm sorry. I can't talk about this anymore right now. I need some time to think about it. I'm sorry. He breaks onto a dash for the window. In a blink, he's gone. Landry, wait! Landry! No answer but the sound of rustling leaves as he scrambles down the tree to wherever the hell he's going to go now. I slump back on the couch. I can feel myself deflating. Now what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to show my face at the cafe tomorrow knowing things just got super weird between us? What am I supposed to say to him now? I don't want to do this. Maybe I should just give up on all this and move back home. Mow. I'm interrupted from my mood's death spiral by Mochi headbutting my leg. I wave my hand to shoo him, then curl up into a little ball to ward him off. Oh, he just wants to, actually be nice. Pet the damn cat. I feel so, bad for poor Mochi. He's just look, he's headbutting your leg like he's trying to, comfort you. All right, human, whatever, you can pet me and shit. I've already fed you. Go away. Murr. I can feel him purring as he rubs his face against my hand. He's trying to comfort you, jerkface. He's never this affectionate. Is he trying to comfort me? I'm not going to question it. I throw my hands around him and hug him to my chest. Thanks, buddy. I told you, be mean to the cat. I sleep like garbage. I try my best. Mochi is sweet and patient. He sleeps next to me on the couch for as long as he can stand it, but eventually gets frustrated by my tossing and turning. Every time I try to drift off, I just remember that barely restrained anger. That haunted, empty smile when he told me to give up. How'd I end up hitting such a nerve? What happened? Why won't he tell me? Does he think he's protecting me, or is he just being a defeatist coward? Am I even being fair thinking about it like that? Who knows? I don't. 10 years pass, by my estimation. I start hearing those crappy birds shriek, which tells me the sun will be up soon. They're just excited to start the day. I'm looking at my birds. It's they're not crappy. They do shriek when the sun comes out, though. Did I seriously do this all night? I drag myself up from the couch. Exhaustion tugs at my eyes and churns my stomach, but I've officially given up on this whole sleep thing. It's not going to happen. Now what? It kind of sounds tempting to just call out of work, fake sick, watch movies all day, you know the drill. But I don't know if I can do that without thinking about Landry. I don't know if I can do that without... Oh, I don't know if I can do anything without thinking about Landry. I was like, wait, what? Guess I have no choice. I have to do it. Not only is this the earliest I've ever been at work, it's the earliest I've been anywhere. I wasn't even born this early. Good thing I finally have my own key. I thought the walk was quiet enough on a regular day, but walking here around 5 a.m. is a whole different story. It's like being in a weird bubble of quiet. A couple of shops are in the process of opening right now, including the cafe? The lights are already on. I know Mason comes in early, but this early? Inside, there's carpet and tools sprawled all over the place. So my hunch was right. The floor looks like there was a tornado in a hardware store. There's tools and carpet squares sprawled everywhere. There are traces that he's been around all over the place in the form of a discarded staple guns, wood glue, and other tools. But I don't see him at all. The cats pile around the new... whatever this new structure's supposed to be, so that means he hasn't been here in a while either. Did he leave already? No. I hear something in the basement. Sure enough, the light's on. It sounds like someone's sanding something. Hey, Landry? Uh, Wood clatters to the ground. Crap. I hope I didn't make him fall or something. I wouldn't have gone looking for him. I scramble down the stairs, and there he is, sitting on the floor. It looks like he's been sanding a 2x4, enough that it's made a dip in the wood. What are you doing down here? I don't know. I was just thinking, and I guess I kind of zoned out. I've been a bit distracted. He looks exhausted. I can see the bags under his eyes. Have you been doing this all night? Night? What time is it? The sun's coming up. Looks like you got even less sleep than I did, huh? Look, I'm really sorry for all this. I didn't mean to stress you out. You can go home and take the day off. I'll tell everyone you weren't feeling well. Like hell I will. Came here for a reason, and I'm not gonna give up and turn back. Please, Landry, whatever it is, you can talk to me about it, okay? No, sorry, but no. I meant it when I said I don't want to talk about it. It's better for everyone if we just leave it alone and go about our lives. Nothing good comes from picking at scabs like that. Well, something's gotta give. Look at you. You're miserable, and it's gonna wear you down until you snap. Don't feed me this "it's been fine" crap, because I can tell you always hated this cat curse. Why don't you let me help you? Avery, please. Please just stop. This isn't your business. You weren't even cursed. I'm making it my business because I care about you a lot. And I like you too much, Avery. Why don't you get it? You think it's fun and games playing wizards and warlocks. You have no idea what's happened to me. What's happened to any of us? What if the other... What? I could die, Avery. What if the other curse is still there? And the more you push... Wait, other curse? Wait. He likes me? I... Well, that's not the way I expected this conversation to go. My brain short circuits for a second. Which of those things do I even start with? Landry looks like he wishes he could pack up all those words like he would his tools and cram them back in his mouth. He shrinks in on himself, looking to the divot in the wood block. Sorry, I got a little too worked up. I probably shouldn't have said all that. It's okay. You shouldn't have to just sit on it like that. But why don't you just tell me what happened, and then I can tell you if I think I can help? You don't have to do everything by yourself. I want to be here for you. My pulse is racing, though I can't tell if it's more from the adrenaline of arguing or the adrenaline of being this close to Landry. I take a gamble and reach out to take his hand in mine. I hope my palms aren't too sweaty. His hands are rough, but warm. He weaves his fingers between mine, but looks in every direction besides mine, which is fine. I think I'd explode on eye contact. All right, it might sound a little hard to believe, but Landry, I spent all of last night trying to teach you magic. Nothing's a little hard to believe anymore. No. I spent all last night trying to teach magic to a cat. Version of you, but... Point taken. Okay, I'll try to start at the beginning. He takes a deep breath as if fortifying himself. So, I had a rough day. Got fired from my job. All sorts of things went wrong. I went to go unwind at this bar by my apartment. I get there, and there's this kid up at the bar. He's way too young to be there. You know, looks like a high school freshman. Nobody seems to notice, and I think that's pretty weird. So I tell the bartender, hey, is everybody okay with this kid being in here? Isn't that illegal? And he's like, what kid? The only kid, and I point to the kid next to me. Bartender's surprised, like he's seeing him for the first time, then calls the bouncer over. Meanwhile, the kid is furious. Starts shouting at me about breaking his glamour or something. He comes at me swinging. Then, he was just a kid, but I fought right back. I'm not proud of it, but I did it, you know? I had a bad day, and he made it worse. I wasn't in the mood. Jeez. I swear, I'm not someone who beats up on high schoolers. I'm really ashamed of this. But I landed a punch right in the face. Gave him a huge shiner. I still regret it. Anyway, we both get kicked out. The kid's spitting mad, still shouting at me, telling me stuff like your temper is going to kill you someday, and I'll make sure of it. He points right at my chest and he says he's putting a curse on me. Says that if I ever lose my temper at someone again, my heart will explode. And that sounds ridiculous, right? But my chest starts hurting, and it doesn't stop. It's like it catches on fire. So I ran. I didn't know where I was going to go. I just had to get away. It's funny. while I was freaking out, I ran into Graves. I had no idea who he was, but he was really nice and soothing, asked me what was wrong, gave me a bottle of water, all that. He said I reeked of magic and he can see what the kid did to me. Told me he and the kid were both witches and that the kid had marked me, made me a target or something like that. Now, normally you don't believe someone who tells you a witch cursed you, right? But I could feel it. I knew. So I agreed. But all he did was overwrite the heart curse with this cat curse. And that's where I am now. I don't even know what to say. I settle for rubbing my thumb reassuringly against the back of his hand. He seems to appreciate that at least. Of course, Graves was behind the cat curse. I feel anger ripple in my stomach thinking about it. But Landry squeezing my hand makes me forget who Graves even is. Is that why you got all scared about being chased last night too? Like that bratty kid was coming back to finish the job? Every time I feel even a hint of magic, I panic. I can kind of feel it in my chest from time to time now, and it's terrifying. I always wonder if it's him, or if it's someone else, since I'm a target or something now. That's a lot to deal with. No wonder you've been so stressed about it. When I look up, our eyes meet. He looks even more tired than before, but somehow it seems like he's had some pressure lifted from him too. It feels pretty good just to tell someone about it. Only Graves knew before, and even then, he's barely around anymore. It doesn't sound like he's much good for this anyway, if his solution is just to put a cat on everything. I guess not. It did seem like a really weird way of approaching it, but who am I to question? I don't know anything about magic. Maybe magic isn't the way to go about this. Maybe we just need to go to find this kid and talk it out. Then he can fix whatever he did. If we can find him, maybe. But how? He could be anywhere. He could have left the city by now. Well, you won't know unless you try, right? Have you tried to find him before? Besides, where's a teenager going to go on their own? I know I sure couldn't have just run off somewhere at that age. True, I haven't exactly tried. So maybe this is something you guys can work out. I mean, if you haven't even tried it, who's to say it won't work? I can't really refute that, I guess. After all that, we can go make Graves talk. I got a lot of questions for that vampire-loving weirdo. For what it's worth, I don't think it's the same curse for everyone else. Nobody else had a previous run-in with magic, as far as I know. At least you didn't, right? Unless you count the magician at my birthday party when I was 6. See? I see. Though I still have one remaining question about all of this. What's wrong? What was that you said about liking me? He inhales a sharp breath, a tiny little gasp. He is so fun to fluster. Oh, I don't know. Does it have something to do with you saying you care about me? He's got this real sly smile on his face, and I feel my face heating up. When he rests his palm on my cheek, I'm pretty sure he can feel it too. I guess I also get flustered easily. It's not a bad thing. I think they may have something in common. I have to crane my neck up a bit to kiss him, but that's certainly not a bad thing either. I also have to get on tiptoes a bit, so I guess it's going to take some getting used to. Fortunately, he leans forward when he returns the kiss. That makes things a bit easier. I'm so tired, but I feel so relieved. It's tempting to just fall asleep right here. Maybe Landry wouldn't mind either. So, now what? That's a hell of a follow-up question. Oh, I mean, what do we do next? We could go investigate Graves' apartment, or wait until he gets back to shake him down, or we could have a group meeting with everyone else or something. Well, I don't know about you, but the first thing I want to do is get some rest. Then maybe maybe when we've gotten more sleep and have a little bit more grounding, we can talk about it again. Oh my God, you're a genius! But we're already here, so does it really make a lot of sense to go home and come back? You aren't really working until the afternoon shift. How about you go get some rest in Graves' place? I do that sometimes when he isn't around. His couch is pretty comfy. That feels so weird to me. I mean, sleeping in my boss's place? Aren't there, like, laws about that? Not that I'm aware of. And he isn't there right now anyway. I think you're making it weirder than it is. Though, I guess if you really wanted to, you could sleep down here. Yeah, right among the coffee beans. You could make a nice little bed out of flour sacks and hope Mason doesn't need any of them while you're down here. Now, just take the couch. Perfect timing. Hey, Mason, what's up? I'm going to wrap this part up here, and then we will keep going, obviously, in the next part, because that's how this whole thing works, in case you didn't know. We do a part, we end a part, we start a new part. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm being stupid. Anyway, so yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.